What's going on? Coach Luca here from Vigor Fitness and Performance, and I'm back with some life lessons, some self-development lessons that personally I use with my coaching clients, and things that like basically we work on with people all the time. Number one, gotta work on yourself. So like I said, I stand here not putting myself above anyone. These are things I've gone through in coaching programs with my mentors and myself. And today what I want to talk about is, which one of the two V's are you? All right? So I'm going to start off with this, okay? Number one, the victim. All right? So whenever you don't take 100% responsibility of your life, right, it essentially becomes the victim mentality. And I'll say this, right? I'm from Europe. Everybody knows the Black Plague, and what I'll say is that run from a victim mentality as much as people used to run from the Black Plague. And I say that because it is detrimental, and that environment, I'll say the environment of the victim environment is the worst thing that you can be in, right? And it shows in things where people start expressing like everything that is holding them back and externally. So the boss, the genetics, the growing up, the parents, how you were raised, all these things that you can't control, and all these people that are pulling you down and things like that, right? And you have to kind of become aware and stop yourself and see if you are that V of the victim, where you're giving it control to everybody else and all the circumstances around you, right? I honestly think that I've talked about environment a lot, and number one is like you may be a victim of your environment and have the victim mentality because of everything that you're surrounded by. But at the end of the day, right, you want to go from a victim to a victor, right? So victory happens when you overcome challenges. We know that, right? In sport, in whatever, right? The victor is the person that overcomes challenges. There is no victory without a challenge, without resistance, right? And challenges come in many forms, right? But remember, there's challenges in life that, first of all, you got to understand there's certain things we can't influence, right? And a lot of time, the victim mentality focuses steadily on the things that you can't influence and starts explaining them as like, this is why my life is in such a way, right? But if you understand that there are so many challenges that we can influence, right, you start getting power, right? You start realizing that you can be the victor, because now you go like, here are the challenges that are before me that I can influence. And what are the things that I can do to influence them? Those become action steps, right? And then basically taking those action steps create results. But it starts with thoughts, right? Thoughts create feelings, feelings create actions, actions create results. So really a big part of it is perspective, right? Number one is to look at ourselves and say, hey, versus saying like I was born, and I'll be the first to say, hey, I was a victim, like, right? I'm born here in this country. This is the mentality. The economy doesn't do good, so it's really hard to succeed in this field or in this area. And the people that get opportunities know other people that are in politics and this, that, and the other. And like I said, every single time I did that, I took away my power, because essentially what it does is like, well, I can't do anything about it, right? All these other people and all these other circumstances are controlling my life, right? But once I started creating a chart and saying, what are the things that I truly cannot influence? It'd be maybe one or two. I mean, and we're looking at things like deaths in a family, right? We're talking about, something happened to you that you truly had no control over. I've been in accidents caused by others, right? But it was a short list. And then when I wrote the list of the things that I can influence, the challenges I can influence, hey, I'm not doing good in school at this. I want to be better at speaking, right? And I'm not getting opportunities for speaking. Nobody's picking up my blogs and my articles, so on and so forth. Like, I can't jump as high as others, and I can't dunk it, right? I'm thinking about all these different things, but then I started going like, but what if I train harder? What if I studied some books on vertical jump? What if I did this course? What if I started studying speakers? What if I started reading more? What if I started doing courses and surrounding myself, right? I started getting all these action steps of what's possible, okay? and the challenges that I can overcome, but I have to do work for them. So really reflect, because that's the most important thing. Become aware and reflect whenever you start taking on the victim's mentality, right? And run from it as hard as you can and run towards the victor's mentality, right? So remember, which one of the V's are you? And like I said, everything starts with honesty. Everything starts with taking 100% responsibility and saying and looking at yourself in the mirror, hey, what can I do better? Hey, what is not the way I want it to be, but how can I change it, right? So that's my lesson for today. And like I said, watch this over and over. I have to constantly go over these drills, because it's not like I do it one time and I'm perfect and I don't have to overcome the next obstacle. And neither do you, and neither should you, because life is about growth. And it's always about looking at ourselves and saying, hey, what challenges can I overcome? How can I overcome them? Coach Luca, Vigor Fitness Performance. I'll be back with you soon.